So WINSOME SEARS is the new lieutenant governor-elect of the state of Virginia. She's a black Republican who doesn't support the left's racial grievance politics. She's thinking for herself. And that, of course, is intolerable on the left. On MSNBC, a guy called Michael Eric Dyson, who's a professor at Georgetown University, accused WINSOME SEARS of, get this, being a black white supremacist. Honestly, this is one of the most disturbing and, to put it bluntly, racist attacks we've ever seen. Here it is.
They want white supremacy by ventriloquist effect. There is a black mouth moving, but a white idea through the running on the runway of the tongue of a figure who justifies and legitimates the white supremacist practices. We know that we can internalize in our own minds, in our own subconscious, in our own bodies, the very principles that are undoing us. So to have a black face speaking in behalf of a white supremacist legacy is nothing new.
Horace Cooper is the co-chair of Project 21, and he joins us now. Horace, great to see you tonight. I don't think it's surprising to hear such vile and absurd rhetoric coming from the two individuals we just saw on that screen. But it is surprising, Horace, that MSNBC and their parent company, Comcast, seem okay with it.
Well, it is very disappointing. You know, there was a time when cable companies, TV companies, radio networks all had a code that said, as we are going to voluntarily comply with this idea, we won't promote racism, we won't promote bigotry. They apparently at MSNBC have walked completely away from that. And if you just took the video off and just played the audio, you would assume some racist or segregationist from the 1940s was talking in the way that they attribute to race certain ideas and certain thoughts. That's really dangerous. It's actually quite evil.
Oh, no doubt about it, Horace. Help me out. Let me see if I translate it correctly. If you are black, you must think one and only one way. That's what I heard, and it's not the first time I've heard it from the likes of Michael Eric Dyson.
If you are black, you can't be an astronaut. If you are black, you can't be an elected official. If you are black, you need to stay in your place. That's what the segregationists have said. Now, I'm going to remind the audience that in the 19th century, one political party decided that it was going to make race the primary issue, disparaging one group and promoting another. When we had a civil war and we thought that was settled, that one political party came back again in the 20th century, and they set up Jim Crow with the idea that race explains everything and your abilities and your talents don't. We had Martin Luther King and the Civil Rights Movement. Millions of people like myself grew up in this post-Martin Luther King period. But now the woke racists are back in the 21st century, and once again, they posit your race determines your role, your function, and your options. That's bigotry 101, regardless of what century it comes from.
Yeah, Horace, everything is upside down. It seems that those who call themselves anti-racist are the most racist. Those who today advocate for racial empathy are simultaneously advocating for racial segregation. And we don't have much time left together, Horace, here, but how did we end up in this place where in order to be protected from being called a racist, the best way to behave is to actually be a racist?
Well, let's remember that in the 19th and the 20th centuries, those advocates of bigotry said they weren't doing it to disparage anyone. They were doing it because it was great for everyone. The same idea still obtains today. Don't worry about what they say. Look at what they're doing.
Right.
And what they're doing is separating people on the basis of race.
Horace Cooper, really insightful stuff. The individual, how radical of an idea. Celebrate, honor, look at the individual. Thanks for being with us tonight, Horace.
Thank you.
All right.